All right, welcome everyone to this edition of Our Travel Experiences. I'm your host, Kyle Rasmussen, and today I have with me Breaunna from the Downtown Association of Yakima. How are you, Breaunna?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. I'm excited to finally do a podcast about Yakima and all the great things that we can do in downtown Yakima. You're the perfect person to share that, so I'm looking forward to it today.
I guess.
So I'll start with just kind of introduce yourself and your position with the Downtown Association.
Okay. Well, my name is Breaunna Stratton, and I am currently the events coordinator and the administrative assistant. However, I feel like I kind of dabble in everything. I help with the market, and I've helped the maintenance crew quite a few times, and I've been here for about 3 years now.
Okay, cool. What made you decide to take this position?
So honestly, I just had a bunch of friends send me the position, and I had never worked in an office before, but I was reading the description, and it all sounded really awesome. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this interview and see what happens. And I came and I sat down with, it was Andrew, who's the executive director then, and I honestly laughed my whole way through that interview. I didn't know what to do. I was so nervous. I'd never done an interview before him. I'd always gotten my jobs just through networking prior. And so he was my first interview, and I laughed, and I was really surprised when he called me back for a second interview. I think I actually squealed on the phone, and then he laughed. And it just seemed like it was going to be a really good fit. The employees here, we have gone through a few changes of employees, but all of them have been really good people that are really nice to work with.
Yeah, well, I can speak to it. I mean, I've been involved with Dave for 5 or 6 years now in some capacity, whether it's volunteering or whatever. But I feel like since you came on, things have really gotten a lot better. I feel like so many things are happening now with the Downtown Association. It's cool to see.
Yeah, I do keep trying to make new stuff.
Yeah. So what is the Downtown Association of Yakima?
Yes. So the Downtown Association is a nonprofit organization, and we're dedicated to revitalizing the downtown and our community. We achieve this through quite a few things. We have a 4-point Main Street approach. So we have an economic vitality committee, a design committee, a promotions committee, and an outreach committee. And through all of those, we just try to revitalize the downtown, support the businesses, and get people down here.
Yeah. And what have you seen in your 3 years here in terms of growth or success?
The amount of new businesses to me has been insane. I feel like when we're reading the news or you're scrolling on Facebook, all you're seeing is this business closed or this business closed. And while it's very sad that we did lose a few businesses, when I went through this business guide this last month, I had to remove 6. I actually removed 4 and renamed 2. So there was 6 taken off or changed, but there was 26 added.
Wow.
Just in our district. And we have a very small core of downtown. And 26 new people just this last year opened a business down here.
Wow, that's amazing.
And so the growth is that people are coming down here. Businesses are wanting to start down here. We get emails all the time asking, do you have a list of empty buildings? I'm looking to start my business. During that survey, one of the questions was how many people want to start a business downtown. And I am really excited to see when they put out the answers to all that, how many people actually said they're interested in coming down here.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. I remember growing up here, and we never came downtown for anything. It was not the place to come. It was dangerous and everything, and there was not really any businesses down here.
Right, and I think people still really have that misconception that you're not safe down here. And I honestly feel so much safer downtown. I live in Sela, and I would much rather walk down Yakima Avenue than I would anywhere over there.
Yeah.
And that's not in a mean way, but I feel safe down here. There's so many eyes down here. The people down here are caring. They're nice. Almost every business owner is going to look out for you. Heck, half of the homes people will know your name, and they will check that you're going to be at work. I have some that check in on me like, oh, I didn't see you. Are you okay? Like the people down here care, and it's not dangerous or scary. Yeah, you might have to see some homeless tents, but at least they're nice.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think that's in any city too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, I used to work downtown here, and really, I mean, there was no issues that I can think of. I always feel safe down here nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, there is, of course, we have businesses that get their windows broken and things like that, and that is very sad. And there is things that we should do to combat that, but not tell everybody it's scary down here. They can't come down here.
Yeah, no, it's a great place to be. So what kind of like events does Day put on?
Yeah, so we do a lot of things, not just events, but there's a lot of fun events. But let me start with our facade improvement program, because a lot of people don't know about that. So some of the programs that we put for the businesses, every year we do a grant that's up to $10,000, and it's a dollar for dollar grant for a business that wants to do any improvements to the outside of their building. So last year we saw the Salvation Army got repainted, and I believe the Hiddle building got fences. I don't know if that was last year or the previous year, but the Opera House got re-bricked, and we've done quite a few facade improvements with the owners down here. And then we have our maintenance crew who does all of the graffiti removal downtown. Well, not all of it, I wouldn't say, but a good amount of it. If a business owner were to come in and find that their building had been graffitied, they could call us and our crew would come out and clean it. And that's not something we charge them for. That's just, we're part of the downtown, right? And we also hold the flower program. We maintain all the flowers down here. So that is a big part of it.
They look really pretty now.
No, that they're up, yes.
It up,
and the farmers market is not necessarily an event, but that's one of a huge thing that we put on. And that is extremely important to our community.
Yeah.
And then event-wise, we have Downtown Summer Nights, which is a huge 10-week concert, and that is just weeks away, so I hope everyone's ready.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We have over 20 bands coming this season, and I'm really excited to see everyone that comes out to visit these people. And then we have our Chalk Art Festival, which is like an art market where we have skilled artists come out and draw all on the chalk. This year, our theme is going to be Carnival, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing how crazy all the art's going to be this year. And then we host a Small Business Saturday, which is an event to get people into small businesses. And we have a passport map with that to kind of push them in that direction. And a bunch of little other events and meetings that some of our events are only for businesses and business owners, like our mixers that we have. And then most of them are open to the community.
Yeah, a lot of fun things going on, and I feel like you guys do a lot of great things for the community. So how has Day benefited the community over the years?
So you gave me this question early, and I still didn't know how to answer it, because I feel like every person you ask, they're going to tell you a different answer, because we do so many things, and I feel like everyone's passion is going to be in a different part of what we do.
Yeah.
For me, I would say during our events, I've heard so many times from business owners that they've had a record sales day during one of our events, or seeing the community come out and have like the fun that they're having during those events. To me, I feel like that is what's really benefiting it, because we're helping not only revitalize the downtown as a whole, but we're helping those small business owners individually. And to me, I think that's what really makes it. Yeah.
Well, I feel like, there's so many different ways that the Day benefits the community that, you are going to get a different answer from everyone.
Yeah.
Which that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I personally feel like Day has really just, it's made the downtown a destination people want to come to,
right.
Whether it's for the, downtown summer nights or the market or whatever it is. It's nice knowing that there's this organization that cares and wants to see, the downtown Yakima grow and succeed. So
Right.
That's really awesome. What's your favorite part about working with Day?
Oh, okay. I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. I'm definitely going to say the environment again. The people that we work with, the building owners, the business owners down here. I have worked in a lot of jobs, and I have never felt happy all the time to go to work, right? Like whether I'm happy because we have a board meeting and we're going to make a huge decision on an event, or I'm happy because I get to go talk to a business owner that day. Everything is happy here, always. Like I feel like there's not tension between any of our work or any of the owners with us, the business owners. And seeing everyone just be positive all the time is my favorite part.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I told Andrew a lot. You give me environment. So that's what you guys bring. You bring a positive environment, and that's really important. A lot of people work just to work, and I really love that I can work here and love working here at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's huge. So why should people visit downtown Yakima and the Yakima Valley in general?
Because we're awesome. I must have missed that question. Really just to support our community. Like I mentioned earlier, most of these businesses are small businesses. I can't really, corporation-wise, I can only think of like 2 or 3 that are down here. Mm-hmm. Almost all the other 200 plus businesses are our neighbors. They're our community members. Our money's staying with them. It's going into the families here. And I think that is the biggest reason, because we should support our community.
Yeah, definitely. What if like someone maybe from Seattle or elsewhere in the country is planning to come this way? Why should they stop in Yakima?
See where their beer comes from?
Yeah. Definitely lots of good beer and wine here.
No, that's funny. I think we have a lot to give here. You come down and you stop. You can get a great meal of any kind. We have crafted. There's Per, 2nd Street, Cowichi. Those are insanely different restaurants. You can stop and get almost anything. You can stop and get wine. You can get beer down here. There's a distillarium. The distillarium's right there. There's activities for kids. There's everything to do down here. You should always stop.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. What's your favorite place to grab a bite to eat or drink? It's hard to choose, honestly, for me.
It is really hard to choose. So I have a few things. So 2nd Street Grill, they make, I would say, the best clam chowder I've ever tasted. Ooh, okay. And I've traveled. I still think so. I think 2nd Street has the best clam chowder, and apparently they make it from scratch. It's their recipe. Wow. So that's even cooler. It's like $5 for a cup. It's perfect price for your lunch, and get a little soup and leave. Drinks, Per. Okay. They make some really amazing drinks. Gabby, the owner, has one called the Charlotte's Web, and she won't tell you the recipe. It's super secret, but I encourage you to go and try it.
Okay.
If you like tequila. I know there's tequila in it. And then Essentia is always a good place if you're just trying to get like a quick little salad or a breakfast scone if you're trying to be fast.
Yeah.
I would say those are my top 3.
Ryan does a great job with his baking.
He really does.
Love it. Yeah, there's so many good places. And like you said, there's a lot that you can choose from. Like whatever kind of food you're looking for or drink, you can probably find it here. Yeah,
my favorite thing to do, and something that my mom started when we were younger, we would go out and get just one thing at every place. So we'd start and get an appetizer somewhere, and the next place we would get our entree, and then the next place we would get a drink, the next place we'd get dessert. And I still love to do that. I like to just...
Yeah, that's fun.
And there's so many down here that you don't even have to drive to your next location. You can just keep walking down the street
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like that's a really good way to see a bunch of different places, try some different things, and get some exercise too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy the downtown. I feel like for me, like, when I talk about traveling, I always encourage people to walk in the city because you find places you might not otherwise find.
Yeah.
You get to experience something new. So I think downtown is a great place to walk around and see what there is out there.
There's a lot of really cool things down here, and even just the buildings to look at them. Some of them have really cool things on them.
Yeah, especially learning the history too.
Yeah, if you walk with John Ball, you'll learn all the history.
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing history here. Let's see. Well, we kind of talked about what your favorite part about Yakima is. Anything else that you want to share in terms of downtown Yakima or Yakima in general?
Yeah. I just encourage everybody to come out and see what we're doing. If you haven't been to our farmers market, that is a really fun event that we have, and a lot of people don't know that we do a dollar for dollar match on your food stamps at the market. And that is a really great program that is offered, and we're luckily able to do that here. And so we encourage people to just come out and see what we're doing and have fun.
Yeah, it's a great place to be. I think Yakima's gotten a bad reputation in the past, but it's organizations like Dave that are doing a great job to revitalize the community. And honestly, I feel like it's really, growing and thriving right now.
Absolutely.
And there's so much you can do and see here, and even just outside of downtown too. There's a lot of places as well.
Yeah, I was thinking when I was trying to count how many businesses were down here before you showed up, I'm like, there's over 200, and
that's crazy.
Our district really only goes from 8th Street to 8th Avenue and about a block or two out, depending on where we're at. And there's over 200. And think how many there are in the rest of Yakima.
Yeah.
And those people deserve our support. So I want to find all of those small businesses and go in there and see them all.
Yeah. Agreed. There's lots of good stuff here.
There's a brand new ice cream shop if you haven't been yet.
I need to try that.
Yeah.
What's the name of that again?
Sweet Sisters ice cream.
Okay.
And I have only tried one because I was so amazed by it that I just keep getting it every time. They have a Pop Rocks ice cream. And it actually, I was thinking it would just taste like Pop Rocks, but when you're eating it, it actually still pops in your mouth. Okay. And it blew my mind, so I just keep ordering it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff now. I mean, you got the tacos, you got boba here. I mean,
yeah.
You got American food, you got Thai food, you got some good coffee.
A lot of really good stuff. And I'm glad we have Mercedes and family downtown now. So they're not on Lincoln anymore, and they're right on Front Street. And man, that lady makes some really good enchiladas.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for enchiladas, that's the place to be.
Definitely. I also always love going to Single Hill. That's a great spot to go hang out. You can go to the Seasons and catch a show there at the Capitol Theater.
Have you ate at the Seasons?
I haven't actually eaten there yet. I should do that.
We could do a whole podcast on just food. They have a cook. His name's Patrick. He's the main chef back there, and he creates all the recipes. Ooh. And he'll change the menu as many times as you want. You'll go in one day and it'll be a whole new menu because that's what he found at the store, and it was like, that's what we're cooking, right? So you always get something really fresh, really creative that was made that day from scratch.
Wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
But someone in our community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually, it'll be after or before this airs, but on Friday I'm going to the Capitol Theater for a show.
Okay.
Which is always a good time. I love seeing the Capitol Theater. It's amazing.
That place is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful building. I have not been in the 4th Street Theater, though, right behind it, but the Capitol Theater is pretty.
Yeah, classic. It's been around for, 120 years?
I think so. It's really cool. That's right, the building I see when I'm looking out my window is just the Capitol all day.
That's a good view.
Yeah, when they put the Christmas decorations on it, the Santa snowman guy, Yeah, he just stares at me.
That's funny. Santa's always watching, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Well, Breaunna, anything else that you want to share about Yakima?
No, I don't think so. I just really, again, encourage everyone to come down here and find a business you haven't before. We have a downtown guide on our website, and we also have in-paper ones that you can find at multiple locations downtown or at our office here. And I encourage you to just pick a name on there that you have not seen before and stop in that business and check it out and see what they have.
Yeah. And I would say, ask for the owner too, because they're usually there. They're always super friendly.
Yeah. I feel like most of these places down here, it's the owner and the family, and they're all in there, and it makes it really nice.
Yeah. I think that's really cool vibe of our downtown. So, Breaunna, thank you so much for taking the time to share about Yakima and the Downtown Association.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I really appreciate the time.
Oh, and First Fridays.
Oh, yeah, First Fridays. Yeah. There's one, coming up. So
June 2nd.
June 2nd. What is First Friday?
First Friday is just the first Friday of every month. We encourage the businesses to host some type of promotion. It doesn't really have to be a sale. We really encourage art and music. So if you have an artist come out and do an art gallery that night, or you have a band come out and play, a lot of the restaurants will do a meal deal. So you can come out and you can look at the downtown. We have art walks and music playing everywhere. And over 28 businesses normally participate in that. So you can find a sale at one of them for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I've been downtown for First Fridays a couple times, and there's live music going on everywhere. You got all the art, and then like you said, the meal deals and stuff at different places. So it's a really fun way to get out and explore. Maybe some new places you haven't tried either. Yeah,
the Sports Center normally does like $3 shots.
Okay, that's always good too.
Yeah, yep. And Gabby at Per and Station
1889.
Yeah, 1889.
I haven't tried that place yet.
They make really great cocktails too, and they normally have a good First Friday menu.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Maybe on the First Friday, I'll go to that one.
Heck yes.
Cool. Well, thanks again. Appreciate the time, and look forward to seeing you somewhere around the world soon.
Yes, thank you.
All right, bye everyone. Hey everybody, Kyle here. If you enjoyed today's show and want more, you can always check out every episode on Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and now Amazon Music as well. Just search for Our Travel Experiences on any of those platforms and it will pop up. You can also find everything all in one place on my website, ourtravelexp.com. And if you want to see my travel pictures as well as travel pictures from guests on the show, you can check them out on Instagram. The page is called Our Travel Experiences Podcast. And if you want to share your own pictures on the Instagram page or be a guest on the podcast, you can message me via that Instagram page or email me at ourtravelexperiences@outlook.com. I would love to see your pictures and hear about your travel experiences, so please send them my way. And if that isn't enough for you, make sure to check out my weekly YouTube show, From Around the World Fridays. Every Friday, I'm taking 5 to 10 minutes to answer questions from listeners, share some souvenirs that I bought over the years, share my postcards over the years that I've accumulated, or share videos and pictures from one particular city or country that I visited, and so much more. So check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed, and make sure you go subscribe to that as well. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you somewhere around the world soon.